Hello students, welcome to Engineers Academy. Kindly subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. Now let's solve this one another problem from engineering dynamics. The problem says that 40-pound suitcase slides from rest 20 feet down the smooth ramp. Determine the point where it strikes the ground at C. How long does it take to go from A to C? So we have to determine this point C, which is located at a distance of r from this particular point. So we have to find this r, and we have to determine the total time from A until C that the suitcase will take to reach that point C. So now first of all I will consider this briefcase, and this briefcase is under two forces, right? So one is the normal force which is acted upon by this suitcase by the surface, right? So let's say that this is that normal force, and its weight will be acting vertically downward, right? So its weight will be acting vertically downward like this, and this weight is 40 pounds, right? And if I extend the line of action of this normal force, so as we can see that if I extend the line of action of weight, so it is making 90 degree with this horizontal, and this normal line is making 90 degree with the inclined plane or with the ramp, right? And so this ramp is making 30 degrees with the horizontal. So from this we can say that that weight will be making 30 degrees with the normal force, right? So now we can say that this weight is making 30 degrees here, right? So now we can resolve this weight into its components. So it will have two components. This one will be the cos component, and here we will have that sine component, right? So this is 40 cos of 30 degrees, and this one is 40 sine of 30 degrees. Now we will consider the equation of motion, since the briefcase is in motion, right? So we will consider the kinetics equation. So now I will apply the summation of forces along y equals to 0, and I am considering the positive x direction parallel to the ramp and positive y perpendicular to the ramp, right? This will be equal to m a y, but as we know that since the briefcase is moving along the ramp, it is not moving along the y-axis, so this means that the acceleration along y will be equal to 0. So this means that summation of forces along y equals to 0, right? This acceleration is equal to 0. So now if we apply the summation of forces along y, so as we can see that this n is acting in the positive y direction, and the cos component of the weight is acting in the negative y direction. So I have to write minus 40 cos of 30 degrees, and this will be equal to 0. Or from this we can say that n is equal to the cos component of the weight. Similarly, if I apply the summation of forces along x equals to 0, to max, right? Since the briefcase is in motion, so there is acceleration along the x direction, right? So now as we can see that this sine component of the weight is the only external force which is accelerating this briefcase in the positive x direction, right? So I will write that 40 sine of 30 degrees will be equal to the mass of briefcase, which is 40. This is the weight, so we have to divide it by g, 32.2, and this is into ax, right? So from this we can write that ax will be equal to, if we cross multiply, then this will be 32.2 into 40 sine of 30 divided by 40, right? So 40 will be cancelled out, so we will be left with 32.2 sine of 30. So this is the acceleration of the briefcase along the positive x-axis, right? So ax is equal to 16.1 feet per second square, right? Now we need to determine the time required from A to B, right? Since from A to B it is accelerating, and then after point B from A to B it is moving in a straight path, right, and after B it is following a projectile path, right. So we will solve this problem. We will find time t1 from A to B and then time t2 from B to C, right. So now since we know acceleration, so now we can apply the kinematics equation, right. So if the initial velocity at A is 0, right, since it is said that a 40-pound suitcase slides from rest, so initial velocity at A is 0, right. The acceleration is now known. When from A to B the acceleration is 16.1 feet per second square. So if I apply this particular equation, if I say Vb square is equal to Va square plus 2 Ax s minus s naught, and s naught is 0, right, here s naught is 0, right. So now if I use this equation, so we will be able to find Vb, the velocity of the briefcase at point B, right. So we can write that if I take the square root, so then we will get that velocity at point B. So now the velocity at point B will be equal to Va is 0, so this will become 0, right, this will become 0, and we will be left with 2 Ax is 16.1 and s is total distance traveled is 20 feet, right. So I will equate it to 20 feet and initial position is 0, right. So 20 minus 0 will be 20, right. So this is 2 into 16.1 into 20. So this gives me the velocity at point B, which is 25.38. 25.38 feet per second. Now to find time taken from point A to B, we can use this equation. Vb equals to Va plus Ax into t1, right. So again Va is 0, and so from this equation we will have Vb equals to Axt and t1 will be equal to Vb divided by Ax, and Vb is now known, which is 25.38 divided by Ax, which is 16.1. So 25.38 divided by 16.1. So t1 is equal to 1.576 seconds. 1.576 seconds. Now from point B to C, the briefcase will or the suitcase will follow the projectile path, right. So let me draw the free body diagram for that, right. So let's say that now the briefcase will move from B to C, right. So at B, then for projectile motion the velocity will have two components, right. So here the velocity will have one component which will be acting in the positive x direction. If this is now my positive x and y direction, this is my positive x and this is my positive y direction, right. So now at this particular point the coordinates are, let's say, or 0 0, right. Let's say that x naught and y naught are 0 0, and at point C the coordinates are, since if this is the origin and this is my positive x and y and this distance is 4 feet, this is given, right. So then the coordinates of point C will be -4 and this will be r -4, right. Along x we have traveled r distance which is required, and -4 is in the negative x direction, right. This is 4 feet, so this point C will be located at a distance of -4 feet from this origin, if this is our origin, right. So here the velocity will have one component, this one will be the Vbx component, and here it will have one component which will be Vby component, right. So now as we know that in the projectile motion the horizontal component of the velocity remains constant, right. So we can say that x minus x naught will be equal to Vbx into t. right? We have this equation, right? And since x naught is 0, here x naught is 0, right? So this means that x is equal to VBX, right? And our x is, this is the final position, right? So the final position in the x direction is r, right? So we can say that r is equal to, from this we can say that r is equal to VBX, right? So r is equal to, and if this is the velocity VB, right, and this is the VBX and this is VBY, so from this we can say that this angle will be equal to 30 degree, right? So from this we can say that VBX is the VB cos component, right? So we can say that VBX is VB cos of 30 degrees, right? So I can say that this is VB cos of 30 degrees into from B to C the time is, let's say, T2, right? So this is now T2, so this is into T2, and VB is 25.38. we know this is 25.38. so let's say this is equation A. Since we do not know this R and we do not know this T2, we want to find this R and this T2 as well, right? So now one another equation we can use is that we know we can apply the equations for a projectile motion in the y direction, right? That is in the vertical direction. So we can say that y minus y naught will be equal to VBY into T minus half GT2 square, right? So now y is equal to minus 4, right? Here this y is minus 4, y naught is 0, right? This will become 0, and VBY is VB sine of, this one is the sine component, right? So we can say that this is VB, so we can write this is 25.38 sine of 30 degrees, and this is T2, right? So this is T2 minus 1 divided by 2, and this is 32.2 and T2 squared. Now when we simplify this, so 25.38 sine of 30 is 12.69, and from this we get 16.1 T2 square. But one thing I need to tell you people that this is our positive y direction, so then in the downward direction VBY will be negative, right? So we can say that this is negative, right? So if this is negative, this is also negative, right? So now if I bring this minus 4 to the other side of equation, so we will have, if I rearrange this equation, so this is minus 16.1 T2 square minus 12.69 T2 plus 4, and this will be equal to 0, right? Or we can say that this equation will be equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation and we need to solve it, right? So if I solve it using calculator, right, and calculator we have this third number is quadratic equation, right? So the coefficient of t square is minus 16.1 and is 16.1 minus 12.69 and plus 4. So this gives us T2 equals to 0.241. So T2 equals to 0.241, and the other root is negative, right? So the other root is negative and time cannot be negative, right? So the total time the suitcase will take from A to C is the summation of T1 plus T2. So T1 plus T2 is equal to 1.576. this is T1 and this is T2, 0.241. so 1.576 plus 0.241, this is the total time that it will take. It is 1.817 second, 1.817 second, right? And to find that distance of point C from this particular point, we have to find this R. So we need to use this equation A. So R will be equal to 25.38 cos of 30 degree into T2. So that is one, T2 is 0.241, right? This is 25.38 cos of 30 multiply by 0.241. So we get 5.297 feet. This is the solution of this particular problem. I hope you people would have understood this problem solution. Kindly subscribe my channel if you people want me to solve such more problems. Also like this video if it helps in your learning.